What's up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and I had to show this story because I thought that it was completely hilarious. It's Build-A-Bear Company, which if you are not familiar with it, Build-A-Bear is a company that's like a brick and mortar company where you can stuff different bears. They're themed different items and so forth. But they just bought the rights for Baby Yoda. Yeah, so Baby Bear, Build-A-Bear is going to start selling Baby Yoda in the next couple months in its brick and mortar stores. This is due to the Mandalorian, the Disney Plus. You kind of see here like a really horribly, someone took this on their potato phone. I don't know what this is. Like it barely tell anything. Like how you have to work pretty hard to take a picture like this. I'm pretty sure someone took this in like row 32B and then zoomed in 8 times with low light, and this is what came out. But that being said, like, is Baby Yoda gonna help Build-A-Bear? Like, Build-A-Bear, if you again like it hit its all-time high in 2005 at 36.90. And then they said, where was it? If you would have invested $1 million in the company in 2004, you would have lost about 80% of that value, completely just demolished. They have a predicted zero growth for the fiscal year over the company's 28 profits, even smaller drop. Basically, the company is running out of ideas. They need to get eyeballs on the store. They need to get people in the door, and they need people stuffing happiness inside these bears. Which is Baby Yoda gonna help them with that? We'll see. We'll see. So this is really interesting here. They said, but sales of the Frozen 2 merchandise were disappointing over the holiday season which added Build-A-Bears to financial worries or woes. I don't know if you guys saw that Target didn't do very well. They had hinted at light electronics and toys section, which let's go ahead and look at the chart, which is not BBW, Build-A-Bear Workshop. All right, so just looking at it right here, like you're like, oh, come on, Ken, this is just why? This is a downtrend, guys. This is just a terrible downtrend. I would like to probably get some puts here, or I don't know how easy it is to short this stock, but this is not a fun scenario for this company, sadly. They don't even trade that. What in the world? Trade grid, options chain. Wow, they have hardly any options. Wow. Well, the $2.50, the $7, you can easily probably sell these $5 wide ones, because do you think it's going to come down to that? I doubt it. That being said, this is going to be a heck of a ride here. You can kind of see here when they announced it, the stock popped up a little bit more, say the most significant volume, which you can see here going into the earnings, but it's normally the bigger moves are couple days after and before earnings, and everything else is somewhat quiet or timid. This, in the sense, has broken the overall downtrend. This could just reset back down to like the $4 level once it broke past the 200 exponential moving average here, and just kind of can see it settling off here. You see in the RSI, it is hitting its tippy top, and that you can see that happened back in March of last year. It kind of hit a nice spike up at the $6.50, and then came right back down and then that was due again, but to earnings. So I guess the run up to earnings was predictably good, but then they came back and it wasn't the greatest, and then ended up selling off into that, and then another dip, and now we're here. So again, I hope the best for the company, but is a Baby Yoda doll that's coming out in 3 to 4 months gonna save the company? I would have been putting money on it, if you know what I mean. On the weekly chart, it just paints a significantly greater picture. So if we pull up this chart here, this is going to show us our trend better. It's kind of consolidating down here. This doesn't mean that this is the end of the line, but you can see it has had pretty enormous uptick, but it has not been able to close above these moving averages here. It's been very timid. It closes up there just for a little bit, but then it comes right back down, staying below it, continually sticking to the trend of lower lows. We would like to see higher highs, and this build a nice base for like 3 weeks. 3 to 8 weeks would be fantastic, and just like, hey, we're done bleeding and we'll just go higher from here. But just with the fundamental stuff that I showed you and how the revenue has been slipping, the overall perception of what Build-A-Bear is, that's kind of lost its trend on that. It's not the hot commodity in then having the rights to sell the Baby Yoda. Like, sure, that was a pretty penny, and yeah, it's super interesting, and we'll see on how that turns out. Let me know down in the comments down below on what you're thinking. If you have comments, questions, concerns, again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.